Don't be scared. This is just me with zero makeup on, as you can tell. Because your girl is breaking out, but that's okay, because it happens to the best of us. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Evelyn. Don't be scared about my face. I am makeupless today. This is the first time that I've shown my complete bare face, no filter, no makeup on my channel, and this is a lot. And yes, I have my hair up in a roller because I'm about to do my makeup, but at the same time, I'm going to be talking about some of the dramas that I've recently finished that I haven't done videos for, so I haven't done any reactions to these. There were quite a few dramas that I watched without making videos for, and a lot of people have been asking me about them. So I was like, why not just make an entire video discussing the dramas that I've actually watched and I haven't made videos for. And also, people have asked me, what do you do for your makeup? How do you do your makeup? Like, not that many people asked, but I just decided we'll just make this a thing. I'll do my makeup while I'm telling you guys about the dramas that I've watched. And so today we're going to be talking through Wish You, Cherry Magic, Friendzone, 1 and 2 kind of, and then we're gonna lastly talk about GenY. So those 4 have been the most recent ones that I've finished off camera, and I have a lot of thoughts about all of them. I will put the timestamps to the drama talks in the description, so if you guys just want to skip to, I don't know, say GenY, then you can skip to that time frame. If you want to skip to Cherry Magic, you can skip to that time frame, because I'm sure not everyone has watched like all of these. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today. So it is Makeup Full Evelyn here, and I'm actually here to just give a little announcement yet again. So the Brightwin Locale team have kindly reached out to me yet again so I can be a spokesperson for their charity, and this time we're going to be raising money for the Joseph Heim Foundation in Marikina in the Philippines, and this time we're going to be raising money for the elderly. It is on behalf of Wynn's birthday as well as Valentine's Day. They have kindly asked me to talk about it again, so I'm just going to briefly talk about it, and you guys can donate through their PayPal, or you can DM them for more information, or just spread the word. Like I always say, just spreading the word is already a lot. Last November in 2020, their homes were hit by the Typhoon Ulysses, and unfortunately they've had to temporarily relocate. And this time we're going to be raising money so they can rebuild their homes and relocate back to where they're most comfortable. This is just yet an amazing cause, and I'm just so honored to be a part of it. So once again, if you guys want to know more, then you guys can DM Brightwin Locale on Twitter. Their DMs are always open. They're super friendly. Do not hesitate to ask. So this is just a brief announcement, but I hope you guys did take this message in. Once again, this is for the elderly who are involved in the Joseph Heim Foundation in Marikina in the Philippines. So if you want to donate or just get involved, do look in my description where I put their @ for Twitter, and you guys can DM them for more information. So now back to the ugly Evelyn. Go. This is really weird. I look a lot younger, I think, without any makeup on, and my face looks very round, but that's because I had ramen this morning. So this is gonna be super chatty. I'm just putting on makeup. I'm not going anywhere, so it's literally just like me putting on makeup for no reason, but that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna be going in chronological order of what I finished. So first, I'm gonna start off by talking about Wish You. Don't mind this mirror. I have really bad eyesight, so I have to stay this close to the mirror. But I'm going to talk about Wish You first, and I'm going to be using my, look at me, my Misha Magic Cushion Cover Lasting Foundation, Cushion Foundation. I got it recently from YesStyle. And you know what you guys can do? You can use my affiliate link for YesStyle to get 5% off of your order. That is Evelyn W17, all in caps. If you want an extra 5% off, you can use my code. We're talking about Wish You. It is a Korean BL. It was so short, as all Korean BLs are. It was actually, in my opinion, really, really good. It was just a little short, so a lot of things were not able to be explained well, or the storyline, there were parts where I was like, oh, why is this happening, this and that. But I think overall Wish You is really good, something you can definitely watch, just something where you can sit there if you want to relax. So Wish You only had 8 episodes, and all of them were like around 15 minutes, probably a little less. The leads had amazing chemistry, and if you guys don't know, both the leads are from K-pop groups. One of them is from My Name and the other one is from In Fact, and they actually had really good chemistry. I saw that they actually said before they filmed this, they hanged out hung out a lot together to, you know, get the bond there, and I think that's actually just so sweet. And they had really, really good chemistry. It's like about a street singer kind of, so a busker. One of the mains is a busker and he's on the street singing, and then this other guy sees him and is like, oh my goodness, he's really good. And then this other guy actually works for like a talent agency, and he tells his higher ups, like, I think you guys should look into, you know, this street singer. And then that's kind of like the basis of their relationship, and it's actually really, really sweet. So it's definitely something short and sweet. You can literally binge it in just like a few hours. So if you have that time and you want to, then I say definitely go for it, because it is really good and very sweet. As always with Korean BLs, I've been doing this for far too long, and as always with Korean BLs, they always have really, really good OSTs, and because both of the leads are idols, the music is crazy good, and it just sounds so good. Now I've finished finally with my foundation. Because this foundation is quite full coverage, there's not really a need for me to do concealer. So I'm moving on now. I'm gonna do my eyebrows. My MAC palette, which I've had for like a little too long. It's called the Amber x9 palette. My parents got it for me for my birthday. I'm just using whatever color this is. I don't think you guys care, and I'm just gonna fill in my eyebrows. Yeah, just finishing off with Wish You. I think I would really recommend if you just want something really short to watch and you're bored and you just want to watch it. It also comes in movie form, so like Where Your Eyes Linger, it comes in movie form, and I would highly recommend if you're just looking for something feel good and cute. There's not that much conflict, and out of 10 I would give it like a solid 9 for the fact that even though it's really short, I feel like all the characters were likable, they had good chemistry, and even though the storyline wasn't that well developed, it didn't need to be crazy well developed. Like, with only 8 episodes, you can't really expect too much, so highly recommend. Very, very good. Now that I've like filled my eyebrows in, I need to like kind of brush them out, so I use eyebrow gel, Maybelline Brow Drama in medium brown. Now we can move on to talking about the next one, which I finished, which is Cherry Magic. So Cherry Magic was a really highly requested drama for me to react to. I couldn't react to it because everything would just be copyrighted, and I did not feel like filming reactions for it for my Patreon. That's just how it is. It really depends on my mood. So I watched it in my own time, and I thought it was actually adorable. They were so cute. I'm gonna like contour my nose because, as you can see, I have no nose, and I'm using the same thing, the same palette, but I'm using this color now. So with Cherry Magic, I'm gonna sum it up in case you guys haven't watched it. It's actually very difficult to find online unless you go on illegal websites, which, you know, we all do. I try not to promote it too much because these productions work really hard to give us very high quality dramas, and I want to support them in the best way I can, so that's why I often like pay for subscriptions and stuff. With Cherry Magic, it was just really difficult to find, so you can watch it on like, I don't know where I watch it, like Drama Cool, you know, the typical sites we go on. Also, if you go on like Drama Cool and stuff and these illegal websites and you don't want so many pop-ups, just a fun thing, you can use Google Chrome and add extensions onto your Chrome that are ad blockers so you don't get so many ads and pop-ups. I love the actor who played Adachi. I thought he was the cutest little boy ever. I just thought it was so cute. Wait, I never even summed up what the entire thing is. Okay, so the premise of Cherry Magic is that when you hit 30 and you're still a virgin, when you touch someone, you can hear their inner thoughts, and then it kind of surrounds these 2 office workers. Their names are Adachi and Kurosawa. Oh, I'm gonna take the same color and just put on my lids so I can darken them up a bit. And basically, Kurosawa has always liked Adachi, and Kurosawa is this really like gorgeous human being who kind of feels like he's only appreciated for his looks, and no one really appreciates him for his work ethic or how well he does his job and stuff like that. And Adachi is this awkward boy who like doesn't really know what's happening. I say boy, he's just turned 30. So Adachi is the 30-year-old virgin. Adachi uses these powers to understand other people's emotions, and then sometimes he takes advantage of it, but then he realizes like that's not right. Like, he should never take advantage of this power because he will lose it one day. It also has side characters. So Adachi has a best friend who also gets into a relationship, and his best friend was also a 30-year-old virgin, but when he gets into the relationship, him and his boyfriend do the deed, and then he loses the ability to read other people's minds, and then he goes to Adachi and is all like, do not rely on your powers, because once you lose them, like, if you've been relying on them for too long, then you kind of just don't really know how to live, kind of thing. So it just follows their relationship. And one thing about this drama that I found was very intriguing was the fact that Adachi and Kurosawa never had any real physical intimate moments, but instead they really followed their emotional moments and how they really fell in love with each other rather than, you know, always touching up and kissing and stuff. So actually the entire drama, they don't kiss. They allude to it at the very end, but they don't kiss. So spoiler, if that is a big deal breaker for you, then I'm sorry, but you're really missing out if you think just because they don't kiss it's a bad drama, because honestly it's really, really good. And it's almost better that they didn't kiss, because you were able to follow just the emotional aspect rather than always pining for intimate scenes or being like, why aren't they touching each other? Like, not every couple does that. So I actually really enjoyed it, and it is really, really good. The acting is so good. The leads have amazing chemistry, and they're all very good looking as well, if that's a big selling point for you. I know it is for me. I'm vain, I'm shallow, I admit it. So out of 10, I would definitely give it a 9.5 or a 10. I thought it was just so good. The production was good, and I like the fact that it threw in elements of fantasy without it being overwhelming. It was more so to kind of develop the characters rather than it being relied on the fantasy aspect. So it was really good. I highly recommend. Now I'm gonna move on to contouring my face. So my parents, again, they got me the Sculpt and Shape contour palette by MAC. I just contour my face because I have no dimension. I'm using the middle color, whatever color that is. One thing I do want to say, Japanese BLs, in my opinion, are actually really good and quite underrated. Another Japanese BL that I watched like a long time ago, pretty sure it came out last year, is called Love, Life on the Line. Love on the Line. Love, Life on the Line. I think it's that one. And it too is truly, truly very, very good. I don't think I've watched many other Japanese BLs. I just watched Cherry Magic, Love, Life on the Line. And then I watched some more, how do you say, like, saucy ones. If you're of age, you can watch it. It didn't have much depth. In my opinion, it was very much like, let's just get demonetized. It was very much like porn. It's literally called The Pornographer. I'm just gonna be open with you guys. Like, this is a chill one. You're just talking to a friend at this point. We're just getting ready to go nowhere. There's one called The Pornographer, or like The Novelist, and you can find it on Viki and stuff. Love, Life on the Line is also on Viki. You can watch that. And then after Blush, I will talk about Friendzone / Friendzone 2. Kind of, I don't really remember the first season of Friendzone. Oh, okay. I'm using the Sugar Ball Cushion cheat color in number 3, Daisy color. I'm reading Korean, so I don't know. I'm gonna take whatever brush I have that is kind of clean, and I'm gonna go back into my MAC palette. I literally use this for absolutely everything. I'm gonna go into this color, the one I did for my eyebrows, and put it on my outer corners. Now I'm gonna talk about Friendzone. So me and my friend, we watched Friendzone together. She actually watched the first season before I did, and she was like, oh yeah, the second season's coming out, like we can watch it together. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So then I watched Friendzone the first season by myself. I have to say, it's not really my cup of tea, so keep that in mind while I talk about it. So first season, when I watched it, I was like, okay, you know, basis of Friendzone is basically a bunch of friends who met in college, and then they just kind of hang out in their day-to-day life, and then it's just all about their relationships. There's not much to it. Boyo is kind of the main character, but to be honest, they're all quite equal, but I would say Boyo is the main character. Boom is my favorite character by far. She is the best character. There's a lot of toxicity. Nobody has a healthy relationship, and in the first season, Earth, who is played by Singto, actually had the healthiest relationship with his boyfriend of many, many years, Sam. And then, you know, Sam cheated on him, and Earth forgave him, which is also great. And then Boom, who is Namtan's character, has a boyfriend of many, many years. They've been dating since college, and they've been on and off because he's kind of unstable in the sense that he doesn't know how to keep a job and stuff. So the first season, they start with problems in their relationship, and then everyone ends up with who they started with. So I thought it was a bit redundant, didn't really enjoy it that much, but because my friend was like, let's watch second season together, I stuck it out. So then, moving on to second season, I'm not really gonna talk about first season much. You guys can watch it if you want. I'm gonna talk about the fact that Stud had absolutely the best character development. He really grew as a person and he learned to love, and I really appreciate that about him. I thought Stud was by far like the best character in the second season. He just had really good character development and he really learned from his mistakes. Boom and Tor, they were really up and down. Tor was kind of giving me a headache throughout the entire thing. I just felt like Boom deserved a lot better. Okay, I'm gonna use the gold and I'm just gonna use my finger and put it on my eyelids. So I really did think Boom deserved better, but in the end, you know, they got married and it was actually quite sweet. Tor singing was very sweet. Him getting emotional was quite sweet. But I also had issues with the fact that even on the wedding day, she was really doubting the fact that she wanted to marry him, which I'm sure most brides do go through that on the wedding day. But the fact that one of her main worries was that once they get married, they can't just break up and get back together is kind of worrying to me. Like, you can talk things through. They really didn't have much communication. Like, with all of the couples kind of in the show, they really lacked communication. I think Earth, although he had negative character development because he cheated on Sam and then he also, you know, broke up with Sam, I felt like it was somewhat realistic because he's really finding himself, because ever since he found out he was gay, he was in a relationship with Sam and he never really had the opportunity to really come to terms and understand who he is, and instead just jumped straight away into a relationship. So in fact, I'm really glad that he did break up with Sam, although it was quite sad because like Sam really did think that they were gonna make it all the way. They were gonna have a house, they were gonna have kids and everything. So it was quite sad for Sam. It was good in the fact that Earth did not string him along for that much longer, although Earth did have very negative character development. Like, he just really lost himself. But I'm glad that he did break up with Sam. Boyo, she ends single, which I absolutely adore. I feel like she needed to be single. Like, she was just doing the most. I've never liked her character, I'm not gonna lie. I just felt like she was a little too, like, I know better than you kind of thing. So I didn't like her character. Also, my lips are very dry, so I'm gonna put some chapstick on. Ever since first season, I thought she was just like a bit, I know better than you, why don't you listen to me? We did have a lesbian couple in the second season, which I thought was like a good addition, except for the fact that I didn't actually like their dynamics either. I felt like it was kind of toxic, because I like the fact that GMM actually did it and gave us a lesbian couple, because they don't do that very often. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Scandalize. In my opinion, I felt like they put too many things into their relationship. So like, I'm gonna put this down before I poke my eye out. She discovers that she's not really into intimate scenes. Like, she's not that comfortable being that intimate with people. Like, she doesn't care about sex, basically. Her girlfriend is bipolar. She has bipolar disorder, and then Am also had to come out to her mom, and I just felt like they threw almost too many elements in, which I guess kind of gives it a realistic approach in the sense that this does happen in real life, and there are people like this in real life, and there are a lot of real life issues that this couple had to deal with. But at the same time, it's like, it was quite overwhelming with the fact that they had so much into one couple. So I just felt like it was a lot of stuff to kind of take in. So their couple was okay in my opinion. I felt like they could have done it better, but giving us a lesbian couple is not something GMM TV does often, so I can't complain too much. I absolutely hated the music for this drama. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna be really like brutally honest with this one. Friendzone had really awful music. The background sounds were really awful. The timing was really bad, and the music just cuts off randomly. It's like, they'll be like, you know, piano music, bam, one character says something funny, and then it turns to like really happy music. And it's like, okay, fine, whatever. Basically, overall, I did not like Friendzone. I don't think I like it. It's not really my thing. I'm sure a lot of people really enjoy Friendzone, but in my opinion, I did not like it. And I like trash TV. Like, one of my guilty pleasures from a few years back was Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So when I say I like trash TV, I like trash TV. But with this one, I didn't like it very much. I would give it like a 5 out of 10, maybe a 6 out of 10 if I'm being generous. Not my cup of tea. We're almost at the end. Haven't talked about GenY, and I have a lot of things to say about GenY. Okay, so I'm gonna do my eyeliner. I literally just like draw a line from the middle of my eye to wherever I want. Sometimes I like going up, sometimes I like going down. Today, we're gonna go down. So now that I've finally finished with my eyeliner, it only took me like 5 minutes. You can't even see because of my eyelids. We're gonna curl my lashes. This is the Shiseido eyelash curler. To be honest, eyelash curlers don't make a difference for me because they go downwards anyways. And I'm gonna use the Lash Paradise waterproof mascara from L'Oreal. This one holds up my eyelashes the best, but it's a pain to take off because it is waterproof. Now, we're gonna move on to talk about GenY. I have lots of things to say about this one, so I kept it until last, and also I just finished it. So with GenY, it is based off of a fanfiction of the Two Moons original cast. Interesting, right? And there are about 3,000,005 different characters in this one drama. So I'm not going to be referring to them by their names because I literally only know 4 names. The entire show tells us that it's basically going to be based off of Mark Kit, or also known as Ming Kit, and it's played by Kim and Copter, which I love. They're gorgeous together. I love them together. I think they're a great couple. It started off really well. I actually really enjoyed GenY in the beginning, because I adored Mark's character. I thought he was so flirty, but in like a good way. Like, he wasn't annoying, even though his flirting was quite cheesy. But I actually really enjoyed their dynamics. I thought they were adorable together, and I loved how Kit really kind of controlled their entire relationship and what he said when. And so the first half I thought was very good. They had their peak at episode 9, I think. Now, after episode 9, it's like Mark Kit didn't exist anymore. They literally had like 5 minutes of screen time in each episode. And this entire drama, the first season at least, was for them, and they didn't have any screen time. That wasn't even the main issue. So in this GenY, because it is based off of the cast of the original Two Moons, the writer knew that the person who played Pa was not gonna reprise his role. And so he was kind of written as a faceless person, at least the beginning. And so YU was all sad because he broke up, like Pa broke up with him, and YU does not stop crying for the entirety of the show. Originally, I felt really sad for him because it is like Pa just broke up with him out of nowhere. Then he never got over it. And I get it. Like, if the love of your life does break up with you for no reason, I guess you would be really sad. And like, you know, I would never know because I've never been in love and no one's ever broken up with me, so I guess that's okay. But literally, YU did not stop crying. And I'm sorry to say, but he just really annoyed me at the end. And even like in the last episode when Sandy gave him that drawing of Pi that Tanu did, see, I got some names, he was like crying about it, and I was like, oh my goodness gracious, YU, like, can you? And just by the end, it was so messy. I found myself watching it in 2 times speed. Each episode is like an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and 18 minutes, and I could not sit through it. I skipped through so many of the scenes, especially in the last episode. I think I skipped through about 30 minutes of the entire episode because it was just nonsense. Sorry to be brutally honest with you, but I hated the last episode. It was an actual mess. One of the couples, I can't even remember their names, the swimmer and the glasses boy, I think is like Park and Tong or something like that. They were kind of addressed in the first few episodes, but no one really knew who they were. They were just kind of by the pool, and then, you know, they got into university, and then they became friends. They both have feelings for each other, and then they became enemies because one of the boys, the glasses boy, is being threatened by Sandy to be exposed about cheating and this and that, and then he gets the other boy beat up, and then the boy has to miss his swimming competition, and then they hate each other, but then they like sleep together, and it's like super abusive and very toxic, and it's an actual mess. Like, if you're just into a messy drama with like nothing happening, you can watch it for them. Mark Kit were so good in the beginning, and then the drama just got worse and worse and worse to the point where I was like, I don't think I want to finish it. They have planned for 3 seasons, and this was just the first season. So I'm gonna use my Dior Addict Lip Glow, this one, and in the color 7 Raspberry. This is the same one that Gun ATP has. I bought it because he has it. I don't have those lips, but your girl can try. I texted my friend, I was like, what a messy show. I just could not believe that like it started off so well and it just got so bad. I forgot to do highlighter. I just put like random highlighter on, so I use a Wet n Wild highlighter, and I literally just use my fingers, my nose, bam, bam, Cupid's bow, bam. If I want, then I use the flat brush, bam, bam. You can't even see. done. And that is my makeup routine. If I'm going outside, then obviously I'll use powder, but I'm not gonna go outside, and I'm just gonna remove this after this, so there's no need to waste powder. If I'm wearing this, then it means I'm going kind of informal. I'm going for like a more street style. Then I might wear like paperclip earrings. Once again, they're from Yes Style, so use my code for 5% off, Evelyn W17, 17 because that's my birthday. And then because I'm kind of going edgy today, I might wear like an ear cuff. There you go. Now I'm done. Dun 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 dun. My final look, my final form. Much nicer. Now we finish off our conversation about GenY. I understand that because they always had plans for 3 seasons, that's why they had to introduce, I don't think they had to, but that's why they introduced like absolutely every character possible and every single couple possible in the first season. If I were the screenwriter or the director, I would have made it so the first season just focused on Mark, Kit, YU, and like their age range. But instead, they also decided to throw in the younger brothers and the younger generation in the same series. There were so many characters, I don't even know all their names. Maybe because I didn't pay that much attention by the end of it, I just lost interest. It was just too much. They never resolved Tanu's issue with his old friend Padbok. I don't even know, the one who walks around angrily and just stands there and stares angrily and then leaves. That has no dialogue at the end of the drama. They never addressed that. I'm guessing they're gonna finish it off next season or whatever, which I think is actually ridiculous. They never resolved the 2 boys who were going after YU. Don't know their names, sorry, because I'm pretty sure they were supposed to be a couple. Then Tanu was an entire issue in himself. He's a gorgeous human being, do not get me wrong. But him and Pi had this entire Destiny storyline going, like there was some supernatural stuff happening. I thought it was really sweet. I really liked them together. They had a lot of potential to be a really good couple. And then YU came along, kind of, not really, it's Tanu's fault. And then YU was all like, I like you, Tanu, but you should be happy. And then Tanu was all like, oh, but I have this destiny with Pi, but I actually kind of like YU, but do I? I don't really know. And by the end of it, I'm pretty sure they didn't even like each other. I'm pretty sure Tanu and YU didn't even like each other. And they just kind of forced them together for the sake of the story. YU needs to learn that he doesn't need a man to be happy. Like, he... make things worse, Pi was being so sweet because he like basically gave up Tanu so then Tanu wouldn't feel guilty about being with YU. And then like I'm pretty sure the boy who likes Pi is Sandy, who is like evil and is like messing up everyone. To make things worse, at the very end, big spoiler, Pa comes back and I just absolutely hate it. I'm just gonna be brutally honest, like this is just an honest review of the drama. Just focusing on Market, if I take out every other person, if I just focus on Market and their development, I would have given this like a good 8.5, 9 out of 10. And then by the end of it, I like decreased it to about a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. I'm just gonna be brutally honest, it was a mess. And I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what the scriptwriters were thinking, but it was just not fun. I didn't enjoy it at all at the end. So if you guys even want to watch it, I would just say like watch up until like episode 9 at the end of Mark Kit's relationship. Don't even bother with the rest of it. It's too bad. And I understand that it was just setting it up for the second season. That's not how you do a drama. First half, 8 to 9 out of 10. Mark Kit's story ends, then it gets to like a 5 out of 10. And that's being generous. I didn't like the sounds either. I didn't like the backing tracks. I didn't like the music. I didn't like a lot of it. If you guys want to watch it, you can watch it on IT. It's free. GenY, in my opinion, was not worth my 12 weeks. Sorry to end this video on such a low note, but GenY did that. So congratulations to them. I'm sorry. So that marks the end of this very, very long video where I talk about 4 different dramas. I did thoroughly enjoy the first 2 that I mentioned, Wish You and Cherry Magic. Second 2, in my opinion, I didn't like as much. It's just my taste. You guys all have your own preference. I know some people who absolutely adore Friendzone. In my opinion, I couldn't. And then GenY, I'm sure lots of people enjoyed it, but for me, the last few episodes completely ruined like the entire drama. And if I ignore them, then it's fine. Like if we only focused on Market, it would have been fine for me. So Tell me if you guys have watched these dramas. Which one was your favorite out of the 4? Which one was your least favorite out of the 4? Which opinions of mine do you agree with? Which opinions of mine do you not agree with? How would you rate them? Tell me your overall thoughts and opinions. And tell me if you liked this kind of entire chatty get ready with me where we just kind of talk like we're friends. I think is a lot of fun. I just enjoy stuff like this because I can just talk to you guys forever. If you guys follow me on Instagram, like when I do lives, I can literally chat for hours and hours. Tell me if you like this kind of thing. Do you like this layout? Would you like this to happen more often? Obviously, it depends on whether I've watched any dramas recently. Do tell me all your thoughts and opinions, and I hope that you enjoyed. If you were here for the makeup stuff, I didn't do a lot of that, but like I showed you some of the products I used, and I hope that was good enough. If not, then we can do another one. I'll try a different makeup look. Tell me if you like this and if you want more of this. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy, and I look forward to my next one. Bye!